I'm lonesome. I mean, four Republicans up there, and by the way, one of the four lost in a primary, so there's now three of us that are incumbents. We need a viable second party up there, and I would please ask you to vote for me, to return me up there, hopefully with some new people from other parts of the state, so that we can have a discussion and a good two-party system.
That caucus must go pretty quickly, huh?
Oh, yeah, we can meet anywhere. By the way, it's very easy to violate it, because we get two of us together, we violated the open meetings.
You go out to dinner and there you go. All right, let's hear it for Senator Bates and Mr. Hasselbrook.
A legislator, you become a legislator hoping that you can make it better for you people that are sitting out there tonight. And I think in my 14 years, I've been part of that in certain ways when it comes to legislation. Legislation-wise, I try to help, first of all, the environment out. I helped out with the environment when it came to the habitat restoration, which helped out some places in Barrington. If I pronounce this wrong, please help me out. Music Farm? Yeah. Mazatec Creek Salt Marsh Habitat, Walker's Farm Salt Habitat, the Mazatec Creek Salt Marsh Restoration, and Allen Cove Restoration, which also the Palmer River. That was one of the projects that I started with 14 years ago that's helped out people in Barrington.
It's a red button or a green button, and many of my fellow legislators will not be back based on their vote on Article 16. So pension reform looms out there. It is not an easy path to walk.
Dramatic, draconian action that will involve people losing their seats. But they need to do the work, because it's why they were sent there. They weren't sent there to maintain their seats. They were sent there to fix the problems. And that's the biggest problem you just pointed out, sir. And it has to be fixed. If not, we're all going to be broker than Central Falls ever was.
Here's my quick and dirty. If you like what's going on up at the State House, vote for the incumbent. If you don't like what's going on, then you better vote for one of the other of us.
Mr. Hellman, can you beat that?
Yes.
Can you do it in 30 seconds?
On my sunniest days, people tell me that I'm not a happy-looking man. And in this case, with what the Assembly has done, I'm angry. And you've seen me. I get up at meetings. I'm not afraid of anybody. And I say what I think. Are you angry too? You want to get even with the General Assembly? You want to punish them? The worst thing you can do to the General Assembly is to elect me, Joel Hellman, for General Assembly, because they deserve me.
Josh, you get all that? Oh, that's beautiful. All right, Representative Hearn, you get the last word.
Thanks. I don't know how, this is like a comedy show up here, and I just want to go on my record. My success as a freshman legislator has served Barrington and I believe the state well. When I'm reelected, I'll continue to build on my strong reputation, my commitment to a transparent and effective government. I work well for Barrington and I hope to be reelected this fall.
Great, the three representative 66.
You should be interested in all the talk of looking for savings. Does anybody have any thoughts on the police department?
A lot of different towns. I've lived in cities and towns. I've lived in New York City, I've lived in Rochester, Syracuse, and I've lived in upstate New York, and I've lived in Meriden, Connecticut, and various other places. And I've never felt safer than when I've lived in Barrington. Certainly, I think it needs to be looked at as we start looking across all the different areas where we need to cut. But I would be very, very hesitant to cut the police and the fire because I've been very impressed with the. Sometimes I've been annoyed with the police department. Like the time I got stopped with an expired. They wouldn't let me drive home. But in the end, I was
Let's
glad.
not take your personal beefs here.
Thinking about perhaps increasing the business in town, that maybe these people could address recruiting another bank to come into town?
This town, despite the fact that it has as many banks as it does, is a wonderful market to put a bank in because the money is here. And God bless them, because every yearbook, every race, I mean, the banks do, with their local giving, support a lot of community causes. I mean, we should get some more national drugstores. I mean, bring them on. I mean, this market can sustain it. We've got consumers who are looking for competition. Everybody wants lower prices. So come on in.
How about a Dunkin' Donuts in Bay Spring? You don't have to travel all the way uptown, right?
Next to Sweetbriar.
Nice.
About what you guys are going to do about the water authority. It seems to be a lot of.
Oh, I forgot the water authority.
Sorry.
Thank you, I was remiss.
We need to tear down all of the veils of that company and find out exactly what's going on. It's actually been a personal thing of mine for a while. I don't understand the whole concept that this quasi-public, quasi-governmental agency that seems to be very unique to Rhode Island. When they're proposing a high raise for themselves at the time where everybody is hurting, it shows a real insensitivity to the public, and they're supposed to be serving the public. The fact that information is impossible or near impossible to get from them shows a lack of regard for the fact that they are a public entity. I think they need to be made to be transparent. I think we need to check into all aspects of how it is run, both from a technical basis, from a financial basis. I think we need to get our hands around that pension issue, and I really want to.
If the three that represent Barrington knew what was going on, they should have been talking about it. If they didn't know what was going on, they should have known what was going on. I appreciate their service, but I would suggest that perhaps they allow 3 other people to represent the town going
What I know
forward.
about this, it's like an onion, and we've only peeled away a couple of the layers at this point. It's starting to smell like a rotten onion. I don't know what's going on down there, but if it's a situation where the administrator is running it for the benefit of himself and for the employees at the expense of the people who use their services, then something needs to be done about it.